Hey friend, how you doing? Welcome to Soulvine. This is Jamie. We are checking in for your energies, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what is going on and how we can support your journey today and get you some guidance. Let's see what's currently happening. Okay, we can go with that. The Sun and the Three of Cups. So I feel like there could be something coming on in, either that we can celebrate or something that you may learn that may be coming out. But let's have a peek and dive in more before we get too much into the energy. We've got the Hermit. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. We've got the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Chariot energy. Five of Cups. We've got the Hanged Man and the Six of Swords. Okay, so let's start with this and see what is going on. Let me just see what's going on with this camera here. Okay. Pisces. I feel like there's this sense of determination and progress, but also a little bit of uncertainty at the same point, which is really interesting. Underneath, we've got the Page of Cups with the Seven of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So this could be something about wanting to build stability or get into a place of stability in your life, but also trying to find that thing that, you know, really connects to you, really gets you curious, gets you interested, or the feeling of that, right? I think there's something here that you want to capture your attention and you're trying to find and source what that thing is. The Sun, like I said, the Three of Cups and the Hermit energy, it's like you're waiting for something to shine on, or maybe there has been an area of your life that has given you some energy, some life force, some kind of clarity that you feel good about, or that's what you're hoping for. But there's this element of you that even in the mix of something that you may want to celebrate, you may not want to celebrate it too early, or with information that you do find out, or with some form of events that you're being invited to or being called into. Maybe there's a part of you that, you know, feels a little bit withdrawn from that situation right now. Maybe you do attend, maybe you do show up, but you're not sure how to present yourself in terms of the situation that is there and available to you. As you're, you know, I think you're trying to navigate something and grab hold of something that feels exciting, but also feels like, you know, your heart's kind of lit and on fire. But there's this part of you that you're just not vibing here for some reason. I don't know if there's a sense of disappointment in some way, but I feel like you're kind of potentially abandoning a situation. I don't know if there is a situation for some of you that there is you and another energy involved. Okay, interesting. We've got some balloons there, but I feel like you're doing a bit of soul searching right now. That's what this feels like. You're doing a bit of soul searching. I feel like you're getting a win on the board though, or you're getting called to go somewhere or attend something or get connected to somebody. But there's also a sense of reflection. For some of you, and I just do need to put it out there, there may be something being lit up around another energy, like I said, that has you kind of wanting to protect yourself here, and really take some time to search what it is that, you know, makes you happy, what defines your happiness, where you feel your values are aligned, but also feel connected to yourself, and to the things that matter to you most. Because I can see you leaving a situation or shifting a situation up because you're just not connecting to something here for some reason. The Chariot, Five of Cups, the Hangman, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, there's some recognition here that you kind of need to take the reins in something and go in a bit of a different direction, because you are feeling a sense of loss here, or a sense of not feeling the juice that you're meant to pull out of this situation. For some reason, you're just not feeling it. And with this Hanged Man energy, I think you're trying to really prescribe here something for you, something for your life that's meant to feel in this energy. And I think you're realizing that maybe you don't fit in somewhere, or you're not feeling like you fit in somewhere. And again, you kind of are choosing to move on. And there's a lot of self-reflection here. And the Six of Swords is also going, you know what? I'm gonna go somewhere else. I think I've learned what I've needed to learn here. I think I've recognized maybe, you wanted to be part of some group or some situation, or somebody's life. And I think maybe there's some recognition here that you're not getting what you need out of it, or what you thought you would get out of it. And, you're choosing to go a bit of a different direction. Let's have a look more underneath what is going on here. It's an interesting energy. I think there's just something you're realizing is just not meeting your standard, or meeting your values, or meeting your heart space right now. And you know what? That's okay. So the Seven of Wands is showing up again in terms of this energy. I think you're really standing up for something here that you believe in, and I really do sense this is about your values and what's important to you right now. And it's like you're choosing you, and I think that's a great thing to do that. You do also have the King of Wands here, and then the Ace of Swords. So there is something here that you're gaining some clarity on. I don't know if it's in relation to a King of Wands energy in particular, a fire sign here. Aries, Leo, Sag. But I do feel that you maybe did choose a path, and putting a stop to it, or putting a redirect on it. That's what this feels like here. And you're getting more aligned to what really drives and motivates you, and you're taking back the control here and making some pretty bold decisions, it seems. And you're like, yep, no, this is where I'm going. This is what I want to do. And I've just recognized that it's not actually this place here. So you could be making a change in terms of your work, in terms of your friendships, in terms of, a place that did maybe once you believed would make you happy. But I feel like you're taking the reins back and going a bit of a different direction here. Let's see where this is going and the guidance in this situation. You do have the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So this seems to be a lot around, I think too, where you stand, where you feel you fit, but where you're most grounded and what gives you the most sense of peace, but also growth at the same time. And what we can see here, there's also that reciprocation. Sometimes, like I said, you could enter a group, you could enter a workplace, you could enter any type of relationship, but then you recognize, you know what, this felt good initially, but the more I look at this, I don't know if I'm also, receiving in a way that makes you feel fulfilled, that makes you feel at peace or at home. And I think that's where you want to get to, right? We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Moon energy. Yeah, it's like you're looking for some more detail here, or you're trying to refine something. The Four of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. It's really interesting. I don't know if it's a saying, but what the energy is coming through here is that whatever journey that you're going on, it leads to home. There's some saying, I don't know if it's like, not all paths lead to home. There's something about a path is what I feel here, and I'm just paying attention to this. I think you've already done the mountainous journey. Okay, I think you've gone a certain path, you've gone a certain direction, and you're really trying to get to a place of where you're meant to be led, where you're meant to be. I do sense here though too that there is a little bit of searching going on. There's a little bit of searching because I feel like there's still something that you're unaware of or don't know, or you're trying to really connect into, what again really makes you feel like you're in a place of home. That's a place where you're meant to be, whether this is related to your purpose, to your relationship and who that person is. I just feel like that there's a lot of meaning behind whatever that you're catching or wanting to hold on to here. And I feel like you're not giving up until you find that thing, until you find that electric, energy, until you find that spark. And that's what this seems to be about. Is it not all paths lead home? Something like that is what I'm getting here. I am going to jump into the extended and I want to unpack this more. As I said, I'm just getting a sense here that there's more going on here underneath when it comes to where you're meant to be, when it comes to your purpose, when it comes to the divine connections. There's something more meaningful here that you're going after. And I feel, Spirit is trying to guide you at the same time, because the feeling component of like this soul pull, this soul resonance is really important to you. So as I said, we're going to unpack it in the extended. I look forward to seeing you there. If you're joining us, it will be, I think it's the third link below. It says it really clearly for extended sessions there. And I look forward to seeing you over there. Otherwise, I will catch you tomorrow. Bye, friend.